What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I am working on another build using the new Crystal Creations stuff pack that came out a few days ago, and I am really excited to hear your thoughts on it. Did you get the pack? Are you enjoying the pack? Is it not your thing? I have heard some like mixed opinions when this pack first was teased and when they showed us the trailer and the screenshots for it. I have heard some mixed opinions on people saying that they were very excited about it, or other people saying that it's not their thing at all, which obviously makes sense. I mean, to each their own, and everybody has different interests and things that they want to see come to the game, which of course makes sense. And when I first saw the trailer for this pack and when I saw the items that were coming, I was immediately just excited because I just get excited about new items for The Sims in general. Doesn't really matter what type of style it is. And since I'm not really an occult type of player and I don't really normally use the Realm of Magic pack, for example, at all, I wasn't too blown away by the items because I thought they were pretty and I was excited to see them, but I immediately know like this is not really my style. It's probably not going to be stuff that I will be gravitating towards a lot, that I will use a lot, like all the time for various styles. I was so wrong. This pack definitely comes with a couple of staples for me that I will be using all the time. I've talked about these bookcases in my previous build with this pack, like the little apartment that I did. I talked about those bookcases, that standing light, the lamp, it's so pretty. And the desk chair is really pretty as well. I love the coffee table, the love seat. I mean, there are so many items in this pack that I will probably be using all the time. Also, a lot of little clutter items and like decorations that you can just plonk in bedrooms, on dressers, like jewelry type stuff. And of course the crystals, like the gemstones themselves, are so cute. You can find them in debug, and I don't know. I am kind of blown away by this stuff pack when it comes to the build buy, and I just think it's a lot of fun. And also, yeah, so today we're building this cottage here. This is in the Realm of Magic world, by the way. I thought that would fit this pack and this style nicely. Of course, also it's called Glimmerbrook, so you know, the shiny crystals, it's just fitting. So I decided I'd build a little cottage here. So this is a cottage for a jeweler, I cannot pronounce that word, it's fine. A jeweler slash gemologist, and then potentially also their partner. So they do have a little shed, as you can probably tell already. They have a small shed out front, which is going to be the gemologist's workspace. I will be putting their little gemologist table in there, and it's just their little work shed where they can practice their gemology and their jewelry making, which I thought was so cute. I also put a market table out front. This pack comes with a new market table, and we have quite a few market tables. We've gotten a couple over the years with different packs, but this one is by far my favorite. I just think it looks really cute. It has this like vintage, thrifty looking look and feel to it, and I just think it's really, really well done. It's not like this, like some of those market tables are just a little weird looking, you know what I mean? Like they're cool objects, but I don't really like to put them out front of my builds because they're like, I'll put them there when I need them in gameplay, but otherwise I don't really like how they look, you know what I mean? But for this one, the one that came with the Crystal Creations stuff pack, that one is just really nice. It's really cozy and pretty, and I really wanted to show it off. So I eventually placed it out front because I thought it would be cute for this gemologist to have their workspace, like their little work shed. And then they also have that market table where maybe every weekend or like every Sunday, I don't really know, they'll have a little yard sale where they put all their jewelry that they made that week and their gemstones up for sale on the table. I think that would be really cute. And also potentially something you could make a lot of money with, because with the market tables, you can really mark up your prices for the items by a lot. I think it goes up to 300% maybe, or 200, I'm not exactly sure, but you can really mark up your prices there. And it's just so much fun, and definitely something that could make you a lot of money in the game. That being said, making jewelry and gemstones is quite pricey too. You can buy the gemstones from the table, or you can just go digging around like for the gemstones, and that will definitely save you a little bit of money. But like making the jewelry and stuff is definitely pretty pricey. And when your Sims mess it up, then there is quite like some money wasted, you know, which is kind of fun in that sense as well. But the more you build your skill, the less you will like mess up your jewelry and the better quality it will become, and then you can sell it for more money. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a really cute stuff pack overall, and I feel like it really adds something to just the base game too, because of course crystals and metals are base game. You can collect those in the base game, and with this stuff pack it's like just such a fun new hobby, such a fun thing for your Sims to do, and definitely adds something to the otherwise kind of useless crystals and metals, in my opinion. There is not a whole lot of use to them other than just finishing up the collections and stuff like that in the game. But now you can actually do something with them and make some more money off of them and unlock cute jewelry and casts as well, which I just think it's so cute. I think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, that is my opinion on the stuff pack. I really like it, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it. Did you get it? If so, do you like it? Is it your thing? Are you impressed? Are you not impressed? I'm just excited to hear about it all. But yeah, so this cottage also has a little chicken coop here, as you can see, and I also added a small space for farming. This is a limited pack build. Kind of. Like I used, I think, about 6 packs total, but again, like I did with the apartment build, I was really trying to only use packs that I think would really complement each other well and would definitely just go nicely with the new stuff pack too. So I was trying to keep that in mind. So from the top of my head, for this build, I used Cottage Living and Horse Ranch for the expansion packs. I used Realm of Magic and Werewolves for the game packs, because I thought werewolves would be such a cute, like cottagey, distressed looking vibe for this entire place. I just thought it would be so cute, so that's what I went with. And then of course the Crystal Creations stuff pack. And then I also used the Book Nook kit, because I wanted to have some more like small, cute, cozy decorative pieces to put on the inside of the house for like decoration purposes, of course. So that's why I decided to also just include one kit, and I chose the Book Nook kit because I hadn't really tried that one out yet in combination with Crystal Creations. And surprise, surprise, it works really well. It's really cute because I could totally see this sim living here being into reading and stuff as well. Just a very cozy sim. Like they like their farming, they love their chickens, they also like their gemology, their jewelry making, like they're very crafty and outdoorsy maybe as well. And they just really enjoy their cozy hobbies is what I was thinking. Or what would be maybe even more cute is if you just had this jeweler sim living here, this gemologist sim, and then they have their partner living here too, and their partner is more of like the farmer type person maybe. That could also be really, really cute. That would be such cute gameplay actually. But yeah, here you can see I placed that market table out front, and I just displayed some like crystals on it because I thought it would look cute. Maybe if you do end up actually downloading this build and using it, you might want to, you know, just put those crystals in your Sims inventory. It's some free crystals for you, you know, to just get you started with the gameplay. I got those out of debug because, you know, since this is for jeweler slash gemologist, I wanted to have a lot of crystals included in this build, and you can't really see that from the outside, but I did include a lot of crystals on the inside, of course, just for decoration purposes. But here you can see I am working on the landscaping, and I really try to make this very cozy, lush, overgrown. I used a lot of debug landscaping from Cottage Living, which is actually one of my favorite packs when it comes to debug landscaping. I haven't used it in quite some time. Like I haven't really focused on those debug plans in quite some time, but I did for this build, since I definitely wanted to include some colorful like rose bushes and just flowers, but keep it subtle. And that was definitely something I could achieve with the Cottage Living debug plants and rose bushes and stuff. It's just so cute. So yeah, I had a blast revisiting that. And then of course I combined it with a bunch of debug landscaping too, and I used a lot of rocks. And overall, what you can probably already tell is I really try to make this a very whimsical, cutesy little cottage with just a little hint of magic to it, you know, if you look closely enough. Like, it's not like a witchy cottage by any means. I didn't really include any spellcaster items in the sense that there's no like cauldron or like wands, like stuff like that around. But you could easily just turn it into a little cottage for a spellcaster. I feel like that would be very, very fitting for this as well, since it is in Glimmerbrook as well, you know? So I wanted to add those whimsical kind of magical vibes to it without it being overly so for a spellcaster, if that makes sense. And what I think is also cute, I was building this on a 30 by 20, like I said, in the world of Glimmerbrook. And this is that lot with a pathway next to it, leading you to the magic portal that takes you to the magic realm. So one thing I'm remembering from when the Realm of Magic pack first came out, and I actually did do some gameplay with it, I remember that this lot got quite some traffic, like quite some Sims walking past because they are following that pathway leading up to the portal to the magic realm. And I thought it would be so cute for those Sims to kind of just be on their way to the portal, and then they'll pass this lot, this cottage, and they'll pass the little jewelry yard sale or like gemstone sale. I thought that would be so adorable. So in that sense, I feel like that works out really well. And I actually, when I did some play testing for this lot, I could see a lot of Sims just walking past. And when I was taking the screenshots and stuff, there was definitely a couple Sims walking past. So that's actually quite fun. But yeah, here you can see that we are getting started on the shed, which I think turned out really cute, especially here in the shed. I, of course, focused on a lot of the Crystal Creations stuff. I really wanted to include a lot of that in here because we do have the gemology table, and this is where they'll be doing all their crafting and stuff. So I definitely wanted to put a lot of like storage items and stuff from the pack as well. Like I said, I did go through and play test this lot, so I did make some minor changes. One of them being this chair that I placed. This chair doesn't actually snap to the gemology table because your Sims don't need a chair for this table to work. They actually can't have a chair there. It'll be in the way. So the way I placed it, it's actually in the way. I wasn't aware, but when your Sims create gemstones, they stand in the middle of the table to do their crafting, but when they create jewelry, they stand more so over on the left side, and that is where I placed a chair, so I had to move that out of the way. But everything is play tested and is properly functional the way I put this lot on the gallery, so that's all fine. Also, the chicken coop didn't really have enough space around it. I added some chickens, which I don't actually know if you download this build off the gallery, if it will come with the chickens, because I did actually purchase some chickens for playtesting. So maybe this lot comes with chickens. I'm not exactly sure. If it does, you're welcome. There are some chickens there for you to take care of. But I actually had to make the chicken coop slightly larger because the chickens didn't really have enough space. But I fixed that too, and everything is functional now. So yeah, it's just minor changes that you probably won't really even notice. But I did that for the sake of it being functional, of course. Also, I had some space left over outside, so I just placed a couple of planter pots as well. There's actually a lot of space for gardening out here. We, of course, have the farming plots out front. We have the bigger planter boxes off to the left, and then in the back we have a bunch of smaller planter pots too, so definitely a lot of space to do some gardening. I do believe, or I actually know, that this Crystal Creations pack also comes with a crystal tree. I do think that's what it's called. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I think it's called a crystal tree. And I think if you create or cut a gemstone in the shape of a seed, you can plant that, and that's when a crystal tree starts to grow. But I'm not exactly sure. I'm definitely not completely up to date on the gameplay coming with this pack, or just gameplay in general. I am, of course, more of a builder, so I'm always a bit behind on figuring out the gameplay and stuff. So please, by all means, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that there is a crystal tree that comes from the seed-shaped gemstone that you can cut at the gemology table. So that's actually kind of fun, and it is in debug. Unfortunately, you can't fully place it from debug. You can see it and then you can place it, but then it just like disappears. It turns just into a you know, a little heap of dirt, basically. So it doesn't really work. Your sim actually does need to grow it through gameplay, or you can cheat it, of course. You can cheat it as well and then call it a day. But, you know, it is there and it's really pretty. But here you can see we are moving on to the inside of the cottage. The inside of the cottage is really small. We do have the tiniest second floor, but it's so small, I wasn't really able to turn that into a bedroom or anything. So I decided to turn that into a office space, like a little study nook with a desk with a laptop. I am using the Cottage Living pack, so I was fortunate enough to be able to use the typewriter laptop. I was so happy about that because that really fit the vibe for this one. I was sad about the TV because I didn't really have any cute TVs to use. I didn't have the cute one from the Evergreen Harbor debug, what's it called? The Eco Lifestyle, that one, or the retro looking TV from the basement kit, for example. I wasn't able to use that either, so I had to use a quote unquote ugly TV in here, but I just used a really old 90s looking TV, and I kind of hid it away in the bookcase because there's actually quite a lot of space left open in these bookcases for you to clutter up, and a small TV actually fits there, so that's nice to know too. And yeah, so I placed a TV in the bookcase, so I didn't really have to be too bothered by it being not the style that I wanted it to be. And I think it actually ended up looking really, really cute. I love this wallpaper in here too. This wallpaper is, of course, from Cottage Living, and it just really fits the vibes. I mean, it makes sense. It's a cottage, so all the cottagey vibes coming with that pack make sense in here. And I feel like it combines really well, this new pack, with Horse Ranch too, weirdly enough. I feel like it just looks really cute together, but that's probably because I generally find Horse Ranch and Cottage Living going well together. And Cottage Living going nicely with Crystal Creations makes it so that naturally Horse Ranch also kind of goes nicely with Crystal Creations. So there is a lot of cross-pack stuff in here. I feel like it just works really well together. And yeah, I try to, like I said, make the interior as well as the exterior kind of like whimsical, add a little bit of a touch of magic. The werewolf stuff actually came in handy for that as well. I feel like the werewolf stuff is just so cute. So I didn't use a whole lot of it, but I definitely used a couple items, like some smaller decorative pieces and stuff like that. So yeah, that was really nice. And we also have this kitchen here. I definitely went out of my comfort zone a little bit when it comes to the color scheme for this kitchen. I'm using this werewolves tile in here, and then I combined it with a Realm of Magic tiled wallpaper, and I really like the green tiles. I don't think I've really ever used this color or this swatch of the tile before, like of the wall tile, but I think it just looks so cute. And then especially combined with those dark green dining chairs, I want to say, from the Horse Ranch pack. It is really, really cute. I just love the colors, like the muted colors in here. It just goes nicely together. And yeah, I'm kind of excited about how this one came out. And also this kitchen is pretty spacious, so we definitely have a little bit of space in here. The way this floor plan turned out, it made the most sense to put a slightly larger kitchen compared to, I guess, the rest of the house. The kitchen's pretty spacious, but it was nice because that made it so that I actually also had space for a dining table in here. So that turned out really good. And I'm just really excited about how it all came together. And then, of course, we only have one bedroom in this house because, like I said, it is a really small cottage, and I definitely did not have space for a bed upstairs. But if you wanted to, I feel like you could definitely get away with a single bed upstairs. So, or you could have your Sims have like a baby, like a crib or toddler's bed, of course, would definitely fit up there too. So that is something you could consider. But yeah, for like a family, I do think that this house in general would just be a little bit too small. You could always extend it, of course, because there's definitely some space left on the lot too. So, but yeah, in general, I feel like it's just perfect for two Sims. Oh, and one thing I thought would be really cute too was for these Sims to have a cat, but I wasn't using the pets or the cats and dogs expansion pack for this build, so no cat for the Sims, but of course I feel like if you do have that pack, I feel like that is something really cute for you to add and definitely something you could consider. But yeah, here you can see I am cluttering up the kitchen a little bit. It was actually nice since I wasn't using so many packs. I didn't really have that much clutter and just stuff in general to scroll through to find the perfect clutter items. Every once in a while, it's so nice to just do a limited pack build to kind of limit yourself in that sense. And it makes the catalog a lot less overwhelming too, which is so nice. I mean, I build a lot, so at this point, I know the catalog. Like, I know it well, but still, to this day, like, it kind of overwhelms me from time to time. We have so many packs now. It's actually kind of ridiculous. I think I saw when I last updated my game and I was like looking at the EA app and stuff, I think it said 75 add-ons or something like that. Maybe it has more because I don't even have all the kits. There's definitely some Create-A-Sim kits that I just do not have. So maybe there's even more, but like there's so many add-ons to The Sims these days. It's kind of crazy. And speaking of add-ons and expansion packs, do we think that I saw some hints? Like I saw that people posted they were going through the descriptions for the packs or for the new items that came with the Crystal Creations pack. And they said that there were a lot of descriptions hinting to music. So I do believe that that is something that's been floating around since this pack came out, is that maybe we'll get like a music or bands related pack at some point. So that's kind of fun. And then maybe just the whole vibe of this pack, is it slightly hinting towards fairies? What do you think? Because that is definitely something we don't have yet. Of course, we have no clue, but I am just always excited to think of what's coming up next to the game. I don't know why. But it's just a lot of fun for me to think about and to speculate. I'm also still really hoping for hotels to come at some point, but I really thought that the music hints in the descriptions for these items was actually very interesting. A bands related pack would be so much fun. I think it's so fun in The Sims 2. I never actually was able to buy that back then, like the music expansion pack for The Sims 2, but I do have the full collection now. And there's also those music instruments in there, and it's just so cool. I don't know. I think it'd be so fun for that to come to The Sims 4. I love like doing like musical, like builds from musical Sims or teenagers or like create little garage bands, stuff like that. So it's definitely something I would use a lot, I feel, in the game. So it's definitely something I would be very excited about. But let me know, what do you think is coming next? What do you think about the music or maybe the fairies? Like, I think fairies would be fun too, especially combined with the Crystal Creations pack. I think that would be so cute. Even though I'm not a huge occult player, I still just feel like it'd be fun to have, you know? I feel like it's fun for me to step out of my comfort zone with builds like this. Even this, you know, it's kind of out of my comfort zone with all the colors and the like whimsical, magical kind of look and feel to it. So it's definitely something I've been enjoying these days. But here you can see, by the way, I'm completely talking over it, but this is the weird, tiny little upstairs, like the second floor that we have. You can see how small it is, but you could easily turn it into a baby's room, toddler's room, maybe even a single bed, like kids' room or teens' room is definitely a possibility. But it's really, really small, so a double bed is just not going to fit up here. But I turned it into a really cozy study/office space with another one of those bookcases, which is definitely the star of the show, if you ask me, when it comes to the build buy items for this new pack. And then I created a little reading nook here in the corner as well. I just have these weird little corners that I wasn't sure what to do with, but I just placed a lamp and a plant in one, and then a chair and a side table in the other to create a little reading nook, but I feel like it's really, really cozy. I also quickly swapped out the floor that I'm using, the wooden floor, for like a warmer swatch to like warm up the space a little bit. It was looking a little bit too cool toned in my opinion, but I swapped out the floorboards for a warmer tone, like a warmer swatch, and I think that really, really helped. So that made the place come together nicely and really tied it together, I feel. And then here we have the rest of the outside. I just placed a cute little chess table outside, a cute little fire. It's not a fireplace, it's a campfire kind of thing out here. And I also added a couple extra planter boxes. And I just added the final little details, like a picnic bench with a picnic basket on top, which I thought was really cute. And then that is basically it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the cottage in real time. So here we have the cottage in the game. I think it looks very inviting and cozy. And of course the weather is nice too, so that really helps. But here out front, we have the market table where you can have your little yard sale with the jewelry and gemstones and stuff. I just placed these crystals on top because it looks cute. And I think it's cute because this is that little pathway that I was talking about. Your Sims will kind of just be spawning here, or not your Sims, but just random Sims. And back here too, they'll kind of walk around. They'll go all the way back here to the portal leading you to the magic realm. So I thought it'd be so cute for these Sims to kind of pass this little yard sale out front here as a cute little detail. Then over here, we of course have the farming. I planted some crops here to just kind of play test this being functional. And we also have the chickens. So maybe if you download this house off the gallery, you'll get some free chickens and you'll get some free plants, but I'm not exactly sure. Then over here, we have the work shed kind of thing, which I think is just really cute. It's very small, but it's definitely all the space I needed. So this is the workspace for the jeweler slash gemologist. They have all their little stuff here, their table, of course, just some knickknacks here and some more of that over here. I loved these book stacks. I can't lie, this item, this little book stack was the only reason why I really wanted to add the Book Nook kit to this selection of packs that I'm using, but it really adds a lot. I think it's just adorable. And then over here, we have the front porch where I placed a handiness table. I thought that was a fun activity for your Sims. There's a cute little rocking chair by the front door as well. And then going inside, we basically enter right into the living room. This cottage is really tiny, so there's not a whole lot of space here, but everything is functional. We have my playtester Sim who does happen to be a spellcaster. That's actually a coincidence. And she's just hanging out. She's watching some TV here. As you can see, the TV is functional. I placed it inside the bookcase, which I think is quite cute. We have a tiny fireplace over here, and then of course an entry space here as well where I had to display some more crystals. And how perfect is this mirror from the werewolves pack? It goes perfectly with the crystal creation stuff. It's so nice. Then back here is the kitchen, which is such a cozy space. I really like how this came together. So we basically just have the kitchen going all the way around here, and then we have a nice dining table in here as well. It was nice that I had the space for a full 4-seater dining table in here. Then over here we have this archway leading you into a small hallway, and off to the left is the bedroom. The bedroom is really tiny, so I didn't have a lot of space in here, but of course I used this beautiful new wallpaper, which is just so gorgeous, and I combined it with this yellow bedding from Cottage Living. There is a small dresser here. Thankfully I was using a horse ranch, and I had this like small dresser or wardrobe to put in the corner, which actually came in handy. And the bedroom has a door leading to the outside as well. I do believe when you download this house off the gallery, this is set as the front door by default, so you'll just have to quickly change that to this one by hand. Then across from the bedroom is the bathroom, and this is really nothing special. It's just your basic little bathroom with a shower tub combo, a sink, and a toilet. And then upstairs is the tiny study. I really like this desk. I think it's really nice. I cluttered it up to the max, and I was thankful to be able to use this typewriter. That just fits the vibes perfectly. We of course have another bookcase here, and then I just put a little reading corner here in this weird little spot by the staircase. Then out back we have the tiniest porch with an outdoor bin, of course, a chess table. We just have some nice activities here. There's some flower pots here, a picnic table, and a little campfire here, of course. But that is basically it for this cottage. So this jeweler's cottage is up on the gallery. It uses only horse ranch, cottage living, werewolves, realm of magic, crystal Crystal Creations and the Book Nook kit, so it's not too overwhelming pack-wise, I feel. It has a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and I built it over on a 30 by 20 in the world of Glimmerbrook, so if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery, like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Instagram, Threads, and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you would like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!